we will in fact get you what happened. What is happening is that the last 45 minutes before Hasina fled from Bangladesh, viewers, we're getting exclusive inputs on that. Hasina had called the IGP to her residence, and that's what we are breaking. These are the details that we have accessed. And police, in fact, had indicated that they will no longer be able to hold their position. Sheikh Rehana, in fact, was roped in to convince Hasina to transfer power. She refused. Son Sajib Wajid Joy received a call from a top officer to convince her mother. Hasina agreed to resign after Sajib called her. Hasina wanted to record an address to the nation. This was refused. This was denied to her since students had started their march to Shahbag and Uttara. Now, they would have reached in 45 minutes, and this was the short notice that Sheikh Hasina got to, in fact, pack her bags and flee. You could understand that high drama that unfolded. In fact, senior editor Shavan Sen joins us from the newsroom. Shavan, these are exclusive and dramatic, the events that have unfolded right before Sheikh Hasina was forced to flee. Tell us more details and the context.
Well, in fact, we are trying to piece together what really happened in the last 45 minutes before Sheikh Hasina had to flee from Bangladesh. One, the fact that there was a meeting that took place at her residence where top army officers as well as the police was present. Now, that's when the intelligence report was submitted to Sheikh Hasina, where the police essentially indicated that they would no longer be in a position to hold their fort, and the fact that there is a possibility that the Prime Minister's residence could be breached. The fact here is this, that Sheikh Hasina thereafter refused to resign. Not just that, you've had the officers thereafter roping in Sheikh Rehana, who was also present there. There was a separate meeting that took place. Despite Sheikh Rehana trying to convince Sheikh Hasina to resign, she refused to do so. It was only after that Sheikh Hasina's son was actually roped in. A call was made to Sheikh Hasina's son, telling him about the dire consequences if at all Sheikh Hasina continues to be in power. That is when a call was made by Sheikh Hasina's son, and that's when Sheikh Hasina agreed. But there was also a condition that was put across by Sheikh Hasina, that she would be recording a speech, an address to the nation before she leaves from Dhaka. That too, we are being told, was denied, because remember, the moment she reached Gango Bhavan, that's when the army officers indicated that she had only about 45 minutes, because the students were already marching towards Gango Bhavan, and if at all she would have continued, it would have led to a situation which would have been very difficult for the army as well as the police to control. It is only then that the military chopper was kept around 2:30 in the afternoon. Immediately thereafter, remember, all the facilitation that was provided by the Indian mission there to ensure that once she lands here in Agartala, that was a BSF helipad where Sheikh Hasina, along with her sister and a few other military officers, who landed at the BSF helipad. And thereafter, of course, as it was reported by Republic TV, roughly around 5:30 in the evening is when she landed at Hindon Air Base.
Absolutely, Shavan. In fact, even how Sajib Wajid Joy had also hinted at, involvement of, one or two countries. He's also talked about the ISI link here. And the fact that this happened in just a matter of 45 minutes, she was the Prime Minister, she was the elected Prime Minister. In total, her tenure was 15 years in Bangladesh. She has served the country for 15 years as a Prime Minister in total, if you talk about her reign. All this happens, there are conditions that there could be, that she couldn't even record one last message before she fled the country, and that her son calls in. Before that, she was not willing to. And then we do not know yet what really transpired in that conversation between Sajib Wajid and, of course, Sheikh Hasina. But clearly, there were some really dire threats, and there were some really serious, situations for her, some really dangerous situations for her, that she had to pack her bags in 45 minutes and flee to India. And her son also continues to, point out that there is one or two countries that are involved in here. It's a larger conspiracy, as pointed at.
Well, in fact, Sheikh Hasina was already alerted by the Indians that her government there was a threat to her government. Not just that, also the fact that you've had the Jamaat playing a very important role in trying to mobilize the students. Let's not forget you have the student wing of the BNP, which has direct links with the ISI. It is well known. There are multiple reports basically suggesting that there have been meetings between the BNP as well as the Jamaat in London. So it is a plot that was basically drafted in London, executed in Dhaka. So that is something that Sheikh Hasina perhaps was aware of, but whether at all she acted on it or not is something that we'll have to wait and watch. But these are the last 45 minutes that we've been able to piece together. The exact role of the Indian mission is not really known. But having said that, remember, you've had India already warning about the current situation in Bangladesh and the fact that the BNP was being supported. The Jamaat was mobilizing enough number of people which could threaten Sheikh Hasina's government.